All right, Sagittarius. Let's get this going. Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's coming through for you. Right away, King of Swords. Boom. Okay, who's this air energy? We've got Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius here too. We got some tension. Okay, so this could be, for some of you, if you have an ex or a divorced partner. Some of you, this can also be like somebody that is not so nice when they talk to you. Okay, someone who's very cold, someone who's very closed off, someone who's very short. You know, I feel like it's causing a lot of friction and tension here too. Could also be someone just not like getting their way. Okay, this could also be you here too. I feel like you're having a little bit of a frustration with their cold demeanor, very distant. This person's like dealing with stuff, so it's also sort of like why it's frustrating, because you want to love up on all of, like, you just want to, I love you, I'm thinking of you, you know, miss you, vice versa. If this is them, they're like showering you with messages and you're just like it's like when you're trying to flirt with someone and they're always like, bam, no. You feel like you're being shut down or whatever. Okay, well, why are you even talking to this person? Let's keep going. King of Swords. Hierophant. Okay, so definitely it could be a marriage situation. Some of you, this could be someone you're divorced from. Children could be involved here too. King of Swords, 5-1, Hierophant. Wow. There might also be a challenge, or you might also be pulled between two people. There might be someone that, you know, one of you wants a connection and the other one doesn't. This can also just talk to, because like you might also want something with someone, but there's religious differences or different plans. Now, some of you too, if this is like in a work setting or a job setting, it's conflicted because what you're being told to do isn't necessarily what you believe in. So that's never good when something like compromises or questions your integrity. But always like whatever your moral value. Like I've literally walked out of jobs because they didn't align at all with what they were asking me to do with my beliefs. So just saying. And the Emperor. Okay, so this is father energy. Some of you could be like in a situation here too, but this is also divine masculine energy. So I feel like there's either like some of you either have a mentor, or some of you have someone you look up to, or a father figure, or somebody that, you know, you aspire to, whether it's spiritual, whether it's religious, whether it's also like job contract here too. But there's definitely some challenges. I feel like you're also being either in a competition, there's either competing for something. Sagittarius, help me out here. You could be making new decisions. There could be like a competition here too. Maybe you're getting some different offers here to move into different directions, or take things to a different level here as well too. Expanding, maybe going out on the horizon. I feel like you're choosing to consider a different option, and someone might not be supportive of that. Someone might not be supporting your choices, okay? Temperance, this is you. Trust what it is. Like if you're gonna commit to something, go for it. Okay, try it out. I feel like you need to have a plan, and maybe you don't. Maybe that's part of this tier too, is you've got all these amazing cards like the Hierophant and the Emperor, and we've got these beautiful energies with the Temperance, like to healing something, but there's this confliction. And I think if this is yourself, okay, you either did something impulsively and don't have a plan, and that's why you're stuck, or just because your plan is not going according to schedule, so you're frustrated because of all these other things that you want or need or want to have and do. So the Temperance is here to just kind of be like, listen, nothing's gonna grow if this is the energy. So if you can't find some kind of harmony, right, some way to balance that fire with love or with water, or nourish or nutrient, like this is also saying like get guidance, get advice. You may not be able to, like you're stuck in some way, or it's not like you're trapped, but it could also be like if you're stuck in a contract, or if you're stuck in in an environment that's not serving you, or it's too competitive. You might also be in a very competitive industry. I mean, like everything is right now, right? Everybody is competing to be out there. Everybody is competing for their products to be on the shelf. Everybody's competing to have enough resources to create their products, whatever it is, because we're all being challenged in supply and demand, but also in delivery, right? Like, what is it that you're producing? Maybe you're not producing at work. Maybe that's part of the problem. Where is this coming from? Anyway, there's a lot of fire energy here, a lot of wands and a lot of decisions, but this is also sort of like in action, and then this is a choice, and this is leading you to a new place. And that's sort of where I'm feeling like there could be a competition, whether you get another offer or something else is coming towards you that's giving you the opportunity, to travel, relocate, or move. You have multiple options. You have an option to stay, or you have an option to go this way or that way. So you're also conflicted because you're trying to figure out what you want to do. Now, sometimes you get conflicting advice. That's what I feel like the Hierophant could have been someone that, you know, you look up to, that give you conflicting advice. So this is also maybe a lesson, because I just talked about discernment here too. So maybe you need to discern, you know, whether it's worth putting in the effort, whether it's worth fighting. Like sometimes you're fighting for something just to fight. You're not gaining anything out of it, but it's draining from you, right? So choosing something here that's going to take you into this beautiful space, giving you this peace. So Temperance energy is so powerful at transmuting circumstances because there's a truth. Some of you are either speaking your truth and that's causing conflict, or someone spoke their truth and that's why you're having this. So like I said, like keep your temper in check though, because Mars is in retrograde, and this could be like, this is a very bad time to have fights with anybody. So some of you, if you're fighting with your family or father or whatever here's coming through, don't do it. Yeah. Or you did and you regret it. Like there's just a lot of stuff here that's challenging. With the Page of Swords, it's also like communication or not communicating. That's sort of where I feel like, you know, you may not want to, because there's still so much resentment, regrets, and pain. And maybe this could be why someone is reaching out, okay? Retrograde energy brings back people because they have regrets or shame or want to apologize, or there's sort of like this reflection right now. And this could also be part of like, this person got help or is illuminated or has had a spiritual awakening and want to come forward and have this progress with you or conversation. But it's also speaking to, with the Two Cups, that there is more opportunities and more blessings. And I think like whatever this situation might have been before that didn't go well for you, or if it's a partnership, if it's an ex, if it's a you're also moving on here. You're moving on from a very painful place. This is coming through as kind of like a traumatic experience. So again, not to trigger anybody, but there is so much help and love around you. And, you know, from personal experience, it makes it so much easier to go through this stuff now than before, because you actually have support systems. Like this is a support system. Like Hierophants also talk about like entities, whether it's like, you know, religion, faith, or building, or like a community, or just some area that is around a similar belief, and that's sort of what helps you, right? With the Emperor here too, this is also about either you stepping into a leadership role or truly looking up to someone that helps enlighten you to these frustrations, because a big part of the frustration that you have is you don't know how to do something, whether this is how to let go of this, how to release this, because you have to learn, right? Pages are about learning. Children could be involved here too. There could be some regrets regarding this as well. Someone may not have been present, and maybe this is your father, or if the father of your children here is trying to be present. So this is kind of coming through in a weird way, Sagittarius. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of clearing that's coming from this, because this is part of this evolution. evolving, whether it's you, whether it's getting the clarity, whether it's getting the big picture, but it's creating this opportunity for something new to be born. And I feel like that's why there has to be this pressure. So for some of you, you have been under pressure if it's at work, but you're getting a new maybe see, there's the money. Here's the money. Here's this coming in for you. Here's this energy of offers and opportunities, but also commitments. Okay, so this could be a commitment coming in, but we do have slow progress. And I think like that's sort of where you're no longer fighting stuff. You're no longer resisting stuff. Like, you know what you got to do, but you're not doing it. Why? You know what you shouldn't be doing, but you're doing it. Why? Like, this is a you and you. Like, stop looking at social media and looking at other people and why do they this, why do they that? Why? Because they did what they needed to with themselves, and they needed to clear up their act. They needed to make decisions that were uncomfortable. They needed to say no to certain things to be where they needed to be. Like, whatever you see someone else's success, you need to recognize that the difference of being there, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whatever it is, you know, that person knows something or did something that you're maybe struggling to do or take action. Okay, so I guess I am calling everybody out today, but that's the other thing. You can sit there and regret not starting and keep saying one day I'll do it, or today is day one, and you pull up those pants, okay, and then you make those moves. And that's where I'm feeling like there's a lot of signs. Like, you're seeing all the signs and you're like, okay, well, you know, send me someone who can guide me. Boom. Send me someone who can help me. Boom. It's like all these people are being dropped to you, and it's just like, okay, come on, let's go. So it's sort of like, it's like, get up. I don't know why. I feel like I gotta like coach you, like, come on, let's get up. But I feel like whatever this is that kind of knocked you down, maybe you're still pissed about something, maybe you're still hurting about something, maybe nothing went the way you thought it would. That's okay too. Sometimes that's the best thing, right? Because it's the least thing you expected. But there's just a lot of clarity and a lot of light coming through, right? So the sun is shining. I feel like there's brighter thinking, okay? These regrets and these pains. And I feel like this could have to do with your childhood. So that's why I really feel like a father figure. Part of it too is maybe like you didn't have that support from where you felt it should have been, and now you're getting it from someone else. And you know, from my experience, it's also very triggering because you wish it's from someone specific, but it's from someone else, and you're like, how come they can but they couldn't, you know? So there's this like, why do I feel more love from a stranger than the people that you love? Because they don't know how to love you. But a stranger will give you the love you give because they just want to love on you the same way you love on a total complete stranger. But when you love on your family or you love on your friends, they don't give it back the same way. So get new friends and spend less time around people who don't deserve you. And yeah, Miss Edie plus Band-Aid. Rip. Let's go. I mean, and sometimes it is family. Like, sometimes it's just anybody that's not you. And I'm not trying to isolate you or tell you anything, but from my own life, like, I had to do this by myself. Nobody built what I built for me. The same way that you are building this by yourself. And if you needed to just hear that you have to do it, like, no one's gonna do it for you. You gotta participate in your own rescue. You gotta participate in your own success. You gotta freaking show up for everything that the divine is literally plugging. Like, this could literally be your divine partner, your match, and you're too busy over regrets and situations of the past that are going to block that. And the thing is that a person like this, and I'm not, you know, scaring you or anything, but a person like this finds another person like this. And if it's not you, it's going to be that person because they did the work. So you kind of have to do that work too. And it's shitty. It's hard. It's tough. It's excruciating. It's scary. It's exciting. It's new. And it's also something you've never done before. So Stop holding yourself to regrets, because most of those regrets that you have are because of the things you didn't do. So instead of sitting there and focusing on the things you didn't do, stop not doing other stuff and go out and have fun. Sagittarius, I love you. I hope you had a beautiful birthday season. I hope you were able to make some new changes. And for my cuspers especially, this is a powerful time right now to shift. Like, the things that aren't working in your life, assess, tally. My Virgo brain is like, count it up, get rid of it. If it doesn't add up, it can't add on. And you don't need it. You don't need it around you. And I know that it might be vicious, and I know it might be toxic, or it might be whatever, but nobody cares when they're taking it from you. You have to protect you. And they can only take what you allow. They can only interfere with what you share. So stop telling people your plans and start doing the things you got to do. And this could be for everybody, because Sagittarius energy is always about starting something. And this is karma. This is karmic energy. You are going to keep feeling like this if you don't make that change. And that resistance is you staying in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone may be where you retreated to, but it isn't where you have to stay. And I am calling you out. Come out. Come out, come out from wherever you are. No more hide and seek. Because you're hiding when you should be seeking. And you're here to seek the rest that are hiding. Bam. Sagittarius. Let's go. I love it. God bless you guys. Have a great holiday. We'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye.